Alright, and we are into round 3 of the next gen gaming tournament.
Energy Esports versus Kappa Krew. Both of their last games were very impressive from these two teams.
Energy went up against a team that level 1 rocked, which still makes me just so happy.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, good ideas. Good ideas. Looks like Kappa Krew did watch the first game of the series, or at least look at the late game screen.
I mean, it could also just be a normal Larkin ban at this point. I reckon one's coincidence, two is causation. So, well, I mean, Larkin's just a really, really good hero right now, so there's no reason to not ban him.
So it looks like squishy, low mobility heroes are the pick for Energy Esports with those two bans.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lena's gotten banned so far pretty much every game we've watched tonight, so, I mean, I think it's just because it's a good breakup of your team fights, you know, where teams are running around and Lena can come in and just do a lot of base damage to one person, sort of break up that rushing 5-man Dota that's been very prevalent recently.
Yeah, she has good creep clear, and also taking a Laguna Blade to the face isn't very good in best of ones.
Yeah, it's just a good combination of your lockdown as well as creep clear, like you say, and being able to make one person just disappear. Rookie getting banned, another one of those fairly regular bans at the moment. He's being played quite heavily at the high levels.
You make me sad,
sure
high-level Dota.
What is that?
I said high-level Dota, they make me sad, playing Ricky.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey. I remember the good old-fashioned days where people used to get reported for playing that hero. Make Dota great again. Report Ricky players.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, don't say that. People are going to start reporting Techies players too. Not that they don't do that already, but still. No, but you see, the difference is when Techies is playing, at least one person's having fun. So, Grimstroke banned, that's definitely pointing to the fact that they watched the first game.
Yeah, that's true. Beastmaster, again, is just a fairly good ban at the moment.
5 seconds remaining.
I played against one the other night, and it really is just a complete pain in the nuts to have to deal with him. Where's the back banned?
Interesting that they haven't banned anything from the second game so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, the second game didn't really give all that much away as far as the strat goes. It was just a case of picking a good all-round team and then making it work. You know, they had their two focus down heroes, they had the one good linking hero, and then two very good team fight heroes. So it was just a case of making it work. I don't think there was what you would consider a real strategy there. Whereas in the first game, they very much had a locked-in strategy.
Yeah, I do notice that Energy Esports has gotten first pick every single time.
Radiant team pick.
Sorry, just accepting a friend request there quickly.
Snapfire ban, she's very good with Ags nowadays. Chen coming out from Energy Esports.
Chen first pick, very nice. I must admit, I actually kind of forgot that. I kind of forgot that Snapfire was in the pool. I'm surprised we haven't seen her yet.
10 seconds remaining.
She can be a bit difficult to plan around because she's basically, if you don't have a plan to use her, she's just a support that kind of does her own thing, and not a lot of teams are okay with that. I'm
a very big fan of Snapfire. I don't like playing against it, but I do think it's a really good hero because the ult specifically is really fantastic. One other thing I would like to point towards though is with the Snapfire ban, there's a good chance we might be seeing a Phoenix, because Phoenix is very, very hard countered by Snapfire with the burst from her second ability.
Not a first draft pick though.
Maybe not. But, yeah, but at the moment you're banning 4 in a row now though, so.
10 seconds remaining.
And you don't want it to
I'd
just
still say stay with your second phase.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
But we have a Jakiro, we've seen a couple of times, and followed up by the Earthshaker. So there's some very good team fight coming out right now. A fair amount of damage, you know, some good old-fashioned catch-up where both of them have very good long-range stuns, where you can quite regularly catch someone with a stun from out of vision,
Radiant
and it just
team
gives a really
banned.
good long-distance initiation. And there's your Kunkka. So they played this last game, and if I'm not mistaken, Adistam took it over, and he was using it to very, very good effect. Whenever they went on him, the rum just delays fights
Dire
so
team
much, and it
banned.
just gives everyone a chance to react to it. PL not
PL
being banned.
so they're not planning on going any additional major AoE or easy spammable AoE.
It is possible that they're looking for a Medusa. I don't know if these guys are necessarily banning out specifically things that counter what they want to pick, so much
Dire
as what
team
they just don't want to play against. PL is one of those heroes where, as long as he's played well, he will always have a decent effect on the game as long as he's not hard countered.
Speaking of just classic picks, though, Jakiro Earthshaker, that's a very, very, I would say almost like a
seconds
golden
remaining.
first 2 picks if you're talking about
Yeah,
CI teams.
well,
5
that is
seconds
what I
remaining.
was saying. I mean, Jakiro probably less so, but Earthshaker I would say is definitely within the top 5 most played high-end heroes of all time, you know, in professional games. Don't quote me on that, because there's going to be somebody somewhere who's going to pick up the numbers and he's like, actually, he's 7th. But you definitely feel like you see him all the time, because he just brings so much. He's got that good old-fashioned stunning everyone to death, as well as just a good skill where you just jump in and you can have the potential to delete an entire team. You look at TR5, I know it's a long time ago, but it's a disaster will always be remembered, and that was just 2 heroes.
Radiant team pick.
Necrophos.
Yeah, code follow-up. Can help as well with your team fights, you know, your rolling team fights where he can constantly pulse out the heals. He's got the burning down damage over time. We'll have to wait to see what sort of build he's gonna go and whether it'll be mid or safe lane. I think he's more regularly played
seconds
safe lane at the
remaining.
moment, but it is possible soul mid. There's the AA. A fairly good counter to a rolling team fight.
So we'll see if that puts a spanner in Kappa Crew's works, or if they had a plan for this.
If I'm not mistaken, they played AA first game, or was that the opposition?
10 seconds remaining.
They were Radiant, they played AA.
Okay.
AA was played against
5
them by
seconds
Red Rabbit again.
remaining.
Right, okay. By White Rabbit, yes.
It looks like they were either planning to get AA themselves, or their next pick is counted by AA as well.
Or it's just possible that they had this idea of the rolling team
Radiant
fight
team
and
pick.
constant heals, and AA, like we say, just slow that down. Ursa. So that'll be your carry. Necrophos probably mid at this point. I mean, I've seen Ursa's offlane, but I don't think so. Again, going back to that whole concept of at the moment, because it's a single elimination, you find teams have to play this ridiculous rush,
10 seconds
just
remaining.
constant aggression, which makes for very good watching, but it also
5 seconds remaining.
and it can sometimes force people out of their comfort zones.
Dire team
Especially when
banned.
it's regarding to hero picks. Morphling again from
Morphling,
Energy
very
Boards.
nice. Well, they did their, as you can see, they picked the AA, which is the counter to Morphling. So I wonder if they weren't picking the AA. I mean, it's a decent hero as it is, and then just going like, we're taking this so that they can't.
Morphling does get a bit screwed by
10
Necrophos' scythe,
seconds
though.
remaining.
It depends. If you're
5
able to get
seconds
your
remaining.
strength off first, it doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Although something I just noticed, I doubt this is intentional, but if it is, Energy Esports looking very blue over there.
Yes. So guys, we are in a very serious tournament. It's a single elimination, so I've got just a plan. Everyone's got to be blue. It's brilliant! Addis Dam throws his keyboard over the window. Yep, that's it, it's done. I'm playing with my mouse only. That's all we need.
Radiant team ban.
Batrider ban coming out. So they're worried about sustained magical damage.
He's also a good hero at the moment, to be fair. And I don't know, a Batrider does get played in the offlane. He does get played mid, so I suppose, you know, they're still out in the open. I think Energy at the moment are looking for their offlane. They can't really do much with the rest of the heroes. It's fairly locked in with a Kunkka mid and carry morph.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe a little bit of shifting around to be done. You know, if you've got a strange strat, now's the time.
Radiant team pick.
And the OD ban. So they think it's a Necrophos offlane then.
Yeah, they think it's a Necrophos offlane. They could swap the lane, send Ursa into the offlane and Necrophos up against the Kunkka maybe. If they think that's coming out.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to have a look at what final picks are. Because at the moment, very much still leaving it open. And there's Windrunner again. I know she's Windranger. I call her Windrunner. Blizzard, please don't sue me, Blizzard. Thank you.
They say every time a Windrunner is picked, the gods flip a coin.
You've been watching too much Action Slacks.
10 seconds remaining.
For those who aren't in the know, Action Slacks did a video about Windrunner, and either he's been bad touched or the guy's spent far too much time doing research on it. But it's good worth a view. Windrunner Action Slacks, you'll find it on YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and
up against Windrunner.
I mean, well, we'll see. It might still be a Windrunner support. I know you don't. No, it's not a Windrunner support, but it might be offlane. And there it is. It's a mid. Okay, so it's offlane Kunkka. Very nice.
Quap versus Windrunner is a very painful matchup.
I can't quite tell by looking at Kappa Krew because I don't really know their names, but it looks like it's going to be a Necrophos offlane then.
Their mid is drafting.
Oh. Does it bring back flashbacks?
Yeah, it brings back flashbacks. They broke the blue streak as well on Energy Esports.
Oh, feels bad. Well, do you have any preferred team on this at the moment? I mean, having watched Energy all night, they are definitely on form, but it's to be expected. But draft-wise,
I would say
now we get all of these guys. And they're all dead. Okay, so yeah, going back to it, who do you think draft-wise had the better draft overall here?
I would say in laning phase, it's a bit of a toss-up because Kunkka is just such a strong laner. But if they can manage to stay ahead, then I think the Ursa can just snowball before the Morphling gets online.
Ursa's a decent hero at least against your Morphling. You know, he doesn't quite get blown up as quickly as other carries. Oh, we got ourselves a smoke here, so it looks like we might be looking for an early kill in the safe lane. Looking towards the Morphling, but Morphling's quite difficult to get to at the moment. I would say that it would be quite difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. Oh, that being said, they might catch him. He's found in the trees, but they don't really want to commit to it. I think posturing for position, I think they're happy to just push everybody out. They're going to go and take the outpost probably. Not going to do much other than forcing one of the supports to go and get it back later, but well. Again, you're going to try some unusual stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to the lanes.
Was expecting the smoke.
Yeah. Going to the lanes. Looks like Addis Dam might actually be going offlane with the Windrunner. We have Chen being played by Mental. Kick playing on the Kunkka. TKC on AA. Double O's on the Morphling. Yeah. on the other side, we have Power Z, or Powers, playing the Jakiro. We have Ursa playing by Creep Hitter, Mr. Whack-a-Mole himself, Atomic on the Necrophos. Levy by, I think, on the Queen of Pain. And up top we have Skiz. And just early on, it looks like we have ourselves a bit of a lane swap up on the opposition team. Sorry, I've actually completely forgotten their names.
Kappa.
Kappa. But yeah, so, Kappa seem to have really mixed up the lanes at the moment. I'm trying to decide who's going to do what. Are we going to have a Necrophos fourth? Would be rather unusual.
Earthshaker. I suppose if you give him
they swap the lanes around, surely. They're like, so basically they sent the off lane and the safe lane, and off lane.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you give the Earthshaker farm until he gets a Blink Dagger and then just leave him alone while he grabs...
Or alternatively, there is the obvious one. It's Necrophos carry. So it's something a bit more standard and then an Ursa off lane. So, not quite what we were expecting, but nothing revolutionary, I suppose.
Was a good lane decision by Energy Esports, though, to send the Kunkka up against the Quap, because as I was saying, Windrunner versus Quap is just... It is one of the most painful lanes you will ever have in your life.
Yeah, and you probably find, like, Adestam's like, hey, I love Windrunner. Give it to me.
Yeah. Bot's going about as you could expect when you have Jakiro in a lane.
Yep. He's doing quite a good job of pulling the creeps around so that Ursa is getting some of the farm in the off lane here. So far, your farm on either side is relatively even. Slightly tilted in the way with energy, but nothing to really take note of just yet. So
nothing.
The good old-fashioned question
coming out of it.
Whose lane do you think's gonna stand out here? Who do we watch for the kills?
I would say the lane that could swing the most. So pretty much the lanes that are won, these people seem good enough to know that the lanes are won. So they're going to play a bit more defensively. But the lane that could swing the most, that has the most potential, is probably mid.
Oh, we're going to have a first blood by the looks of it in bottom lane. Yep. Morphling manages to finish up the AA, poking away there, and Shakira just outstaying his welcome, taking a little bit more pain than he probably should have.
But as you said, space created.
So, the combination of AA, Ursa's going in to try and do a little bit of damage here. Yep, waveform away. Not gonna take chances with that. The Fury Swap stack up quickly. But yeah, no, the Jakiro does very, very good poke damage, but on the other hand, you still have the AA who does very, very much the same on the other side. And it's a little bit more surprising when the AA goes in you, because the damage seems to come a bit faster than with a Jakiro. Jakiro is a slow burn, whereas AA seems to come out of nowhere, which can sometimes catch people off guard.
The thing about Morphling against Ursa also is, yeah, Morphling can get a lot of HP, but that also brings his armor down. The Fairy Strikes can very quickly start just chewing through all the extra HP he gains. Not when Ursa assaults into a tower, though.
Apologies. Seem to have had a drop there. My internet had a bit of a whoopsie, but I'm back now.
That was kind of you.
I was just saying, the thing with Morphling versus Ursa is Morphling can get a lot of HP, but it drains all his armor, so the Fairy Swipes do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword that, and meanwhile in mid we have the Kunkka deciding that he... look at me, this is my mid lane now. And he puts a bounty on the Quap. Top lane, we have a slap off against the Chain and the Earthshaker. Bottom lane, they might be able to get him. Yes, they do.
Yes.
The burn down slowly doing his job, and they're gonna kill a courier for it too. I think the Jakiro is gonna see his butt, but worth it.
My thrift rewarded.
Courier plus a kill for a support, not the end of the world at all. Runes are down. No one seems to be making a huge move for it yet, but Urs is walking in that direction, so he'll probably collect the bottom ones. Chen got both of his top.
So
That is a 2-2 even split.
experience lead by the Conquer means that
Oh, we have another bounty, boys. Sorry, experience lead.
experience lead by the Conquer means that if X marks the spot is off cooldown and Quap is at all low health, she's probably dead when she walks into the lane.
That's true. Meanwhile, we have the Earthshaker busy going down on the Chen here. Will they be able to get enough damage off? No, they will not. But now, they do manage to get the courier down in the process with, and Windrunner says that was my courier, you bastard, and kills him. Deserves it. 100%. End courier cruelty. Rich coming from me, Nature's Prophet player.
Conquer getting Arcane Rune, so
A bit more spammy. He's stacking his own jungle camp there, slapping it away every now and then. The farm so far, the Conquer is absolutely taking control mid lane there. 42-18 to the 19-4 of Quap. The Conquer just able to completely outlive there. Meanwhile, top, Chen decided to try and dive Earthshaker. Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that close. Who died, right?
yeah, exactly. Watching though, this AA is playing a bit of a dangerous game, but so is this Jakiro.
They got old-fashioned face-off. Bottom lane, this is going to be very careful here. He is cold-featured. He might be able to get a return kill, but he does die from morphing. So, a 1-for-1 trade. I do feel like he probably would have died either way, so that might have been the best that he could have made out of that situation.
The only thing I'm worried about for Kappa here is Morphling is just stacking up kills.
Yeah, that's the same thing we saw last game though, wasn't it? Morphling just ends up getting very strong and does that. And he has his Morbid Mask now, so he can heal up very, very quickly. Mid lane, Quap is... What?
Middle towers under
Did she just
attack.
blink twice?
Oh. No, she didn't.
Okay. I could have sworn I saw the animation blink twice. Whatever. He manages to get out of that just. But, I would just like to say there are now 2 bounties on Quap.
Unfortunate on Necrophos.
Meanwhile, top lane. They managed to get the Necro eventually. So, going back to the mid lane though, we now have 72 last hits at 8 minutes.
Kill.
Ah, Morph. 3 kills again. This is starting to get a little bit too out of hand here. It's not ridiculous. The gold difference is not huge, but if you're not careful, Morphling can very, very quickly sneak up on you.
Yeah. Also, Conquer is just, as I said before, he is just such a stat stick, already on over 100 damage with Tidebringer.
And that's not including the Quelling Blade, right?
He's also so hard to kill if you look at that.
They look like they wanted to just ping out Adestam on top lane. Yeah, they're going to be going on him. I don't know, Adestam must know this is coming. He's seen the Necro already. But the Earthshaker is now here. It looks like he's going to get outplayed though. He manages to get the wall off. They are going to be able to ult him with a Necrophos and he goes down. So, bit sketchy, but it pays off in the end. Meanwhile, mid lane, we're going to be seeing this squad
Earthshaker runs into Chen.
And we see another kill in mid lane. Top. Chen catching him in the jungle.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Feels bad,
Chen
man.
doing Chen things.
Under attack.
Yep. Why is he in my jungle? I don't know. Why aren't you warding?
Tower is under attack.
Well, bottom lane, Morphling, he's, yeah, he doesn't get the bounty, but he gets something that he probably prefers. Unstoppable streak on Morphling already. You just swap to the net worths, and you can kind of start seeing the story of how this game is probably going to turn out. And at the moment, Kappa are losing quite badly on the XP point. Levi, he has been X'd and stunned, but Conquer happy to get out. In the jungle, they're probably gonna be able to catch this very, very irritating chain. He's just been camping in their jungle for an eternity now. And they're gonna be able to catch all the creeps on the way down too. So that's always nice. Adders Dam manages to take the outpost. Puts a little bit of info. Mid and bottom tower probably going to be dropping at about the same time on the side of Kappa. So, you know, they're slowing down the tide, but unfortunately, you know, Windrunner might get a solo kill here on the Earthshaker. Earthshaker managing to juke it out a little bit. He manages to get the stun off. He's going to try and get away. Windrunner able to get the power shot. He's dead. Gonna shackle him to a creep and walk away. And then blow a kiss.
My thrift reward.
Stay stylish.
I like this Windrunner set, by the way.
Very nice. You like all Windrunner sets. Stop saying that. Oh my lord, Morphling almost died there. He started shifting to agility instead of strength and probably lived with about 10 health. And now he's toying a bit with the Ursa. Here comes the rest of Team Energy. They might be able to hold them down.
Damage reduction.
Yeah, managing to live. He doesn't quite get killed, but he doesn't get the kill either. So a little bit of wasted time. Yeah, I suppose he made 3 heroes waste time for the sake of one, and he is still the off lane. So definitely not the worst outcome. Smoke top. Okay, so they're going to be looking for this Windrunner again. Smoke is killed immediately. We have 2 TPs coming in, so they are immediately going to try and commit everything onto him. He tries to juke into the trees. Will he be able to get away from this? No, he walks straight back into the Earthshaker, but she does manage to shackle. And now they have got his tunnel, and he is 100% dead. Chenalt is committed for it, so that's down for now. But yeah, a fairly easy kill. But when you're using that many people to try and kill one person, it should be.
Tower is under attack.
I gotta say though, net worth still not looking good. There's an 8k net worth advantage at the 12-minute mark.
The thing is though, they are still getting their items just a bit slower than they should be.
Yeah, it's definitely not a wallow at that front. And meanwhile, mid lane, they are going to be trying to give Morphling the same treatment that they just gave to the Windrunner. And yeah, there's not very much that can be done here, but there is an House Blast coming in, and now here comes the control. He's going to be able to take at least one down with him. The Bot has now been X-marked. They're going to try and hold her in place. Let's see if they can get the kill. She does not have the mana to blink, but she does able to walk away in time. Meanwhile, on the backline, AA does manage to take down Jakiro on the side. And yeah, so it's a 3-for-1 trade. Very good rotations from Energy. They were able to bring everybody really quickly. And again, the Kunkka boat is just so good at breaking up the fight.
Yeah, also he hit 2 people with it, so that just did a ton of damage, especially considering it's level 2.
Cause that combined with your Tidebringer will always do just a ridiculous amount of damage. He is going for the Heaven's Halberd again.
Why Ursa just melted.
Yeah. There is the Heaven's Halberd on the way again. Obviously aimed at the Ursa.
We also have an E-Blade coming out, which is like a Heaven's Halberd, except it hurts more.
Yeah. I think everybody's ever quite gone, oh! He got a Heaven's Halberd!
MKB on Windrunner.
That is a fairly quick MKB. It's not quite done yet, but it is very, very soon.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tell you what,
both sides are posturing a bit top lane here. They are going to get vision of this Earthshaker. He's trying to get all of the creeps there, but he's going to get boosted down. If he managed to get that Echo Slam off, it would have done a fair amount of damage, but unfortunately the shackle is too quick, and he just died. It's there's a lot of damage on the side of energy at the moment, and it's starting to feel to the point where they've got to change their plans, right? You got to come up with something, because these guys are just taking the map away from you and slowly choking you.
Unironically though, Heaven's Helmet against Windrunner is a very good pickup.
Oh, it's true. Who's gonna pick it up though?
Earthshaker can, Ursa can.
Do you really want to go back for Heaven's Helmet as Earthshaker? And Ursa's
really,
on his way to
but
Basher, and that's also like kind of necessary. Windrunner knows exactly where he is, waiting for him to make a mistake, but no mistakes were made. Not today, so. Looks like they're going to be quite happy to just take this tier 2. So, even more map control. They're going to take full control of the Dire side jungle. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, there was a smoke being used to try and get the Kunkka. But it does not look like it went the way they were hoping, probably. Tier 2 top does go down. They had the siege creep there, so it was a fairly easy take in the end with a Chen around.
Jakira needs to be careful here, he's alone.
The rest of the Kappa are here, but I don't know really if that makes a difference, because these guys, if they jump on you quickly, you're gonna die. Especially with the E-Blade now being completed in Morphling.
Speaking of Morphling, Rush.
Yep. Should be a fairly easy rush when you have the chain here. Oh, meanwhile, quick kill top lane, and that is the power of MKB on Windrunner. It's you just walk, basically, if you catch someone with a shackle, you're gonna kill them quick and fast. So, we now have the Aegis up on Morphling. AA has smoke, so he's looking for some information up here. He might find himself a quap, but oh no, it's an invis rune, excuse me, not smoke. So he's gonna hunt himself some quap, but they do have a bunch of invis warriors around here. No, he's used his spade.
Just an interesting thing, Chen has more net worth than all the cores of Kappa.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. This is the time where you need to grab something.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how they can do it.
There were the fangs. I don't understand this. Ursa found himself vampire fangs and then put them away. Who's he gonna give those to? Well, they look like they're wanting to go on the Windrunner top, but that's a very, very difficult kill at the moment, especially with the rest of energy relatively nearby. Yeah, I'm gonna get themselves a Dragon Scale.
They need to get an Echo Slam on this creep ball that's following Chen around.
If they are able to catch that, it will be a very, very nice slam. But he still doesn't have his Blink Dagger, so walking into Energy Esports right now feels like a really tall feat.
Well, I mean, if it can get that haste rune, they don't know about it, so.
The vision on Dire side is starting to look very anemic. But that does tend to be the way that Energy like to win against people is either they make it a very quick thing, or they just slowly bleed you out until you just collapse under your own weight. Okay, we're going to have a shackle shot here, and it looks like they are going to try and commit on the Ursa. Nope, it was just a little bit of a harassment. Quap on the backline, trying to get involved. Earthshaker, excuse me. He does throw down a fissure. No, doesn't connect on anybody. So, at the moment, both sides just... Yeah. No, but both sides are sort of just filling each other out at the moment. There's no committing air by anyone just yet. I suppose you do have the Kunkka bottom, so...
Draw comes down exactly over where all of Kappa are. Amazing map awareness from Morphling.
Yeah, well, when you have a Chen player, as a general rule, their map awareness has to be really on top of the game. We have a blink on Windrunner, so the map just got a whole lot more difficult to fight on. You know, if you show yourself, there's any point in time you could pop up and she could just blink on you and kill you. Mid lane, we are trying to clean out all the creeps here. The creeps were going in to try and cause a bit of commotion on the backline, but nothing of it. They are trying to pincer Kappa a little bit here, but Kappa quite aware of it, managing to pull back, but all this time, energy are just slowly
Dire's
closing the
middle
noose.
tower has fallen.
We have a 23k gold lead.
They're waiting for the Manta on
Dyer's bottom tower
Morphling
is
before they finish it off.
Yeah, they are going to try and poke him a little bit, but no lucky bash, not today. Oh, he doesn't have bash yet, excuse me. Looks like they're going to be happy to just take tier 2 bottom. They are all posturing, you know, in the mid lane. We got a nice little spread over there. That is the whole of energy, didn't they? Like I say, just slowly choking the map. They might be able to catch the Shaker gap. Easy little X marks into the current and a couple 3 hits, and that's the ownage. Things definitely feeling bad for Kappa at the moment.
Dyer's bottom
Yeah, the long range X marks, and here we go again. He's now managed to catch up the Necro on the back line, and Morphling has just run into the back line and killed 2 by himself. Yeah, that E-Blade definitely going to work, and you have to feel like at this point the game's just over. I can't see anything happening on the side of Kappa to slow this down.
Dyer's bottom barracks have fallen.
Yeah,
Outside of
energy know it. They're just going for the end.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. You say it. He might just die for this. Nope, he does have the watch. And he backs up. There goes the Ursa. And the collateral damage is golden. He manages to take out 2 with one slap there. And the E-Blade. Probably going to be able to take him down again. That'll be the dieback. At this point, it's more or less trivial, right? I mean, everyone's just trying to get as many kills as they can out of this. Look at that Ursa Shaker. He just dies. They do manage to get the Chen, but no, they lose 2 for it. Very good trade. It's yeah, it's just a case of trying to get more kills now. Trying to pad them statistics. The boat comes out, they're gonna kill the next boss.
They had the right idea with the Earthshaker, but they just didn't have the delivery system.
Yeah, the lack of a blink. Being able to walk through this whole team would have been a very, very good achievement because they just had so much range and shit. Oh, wow! The classy plays!
That was a style play right there.
That was classy. Addersdam showing how good he actually is. He's going to die to the quap in the background, but the mental damage has been done and Morphling just slaps it to death anyway. The shotgun says no.
There's a bit of a possibility they might mess around too much, but they're going.
I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the game's over. Well, I must admit this energy are looking really fantastic at the moment. So, looking forward to the next game.
Energy just seems to be switched on in form, putting on great performance after great performance.
I mean, when you have the confidence to pull off ridiculous, silly stuff like the Addersdam there, you know you're having a good time. So hopefully everybody's enjoying the game so far. We've got a couple more to come. So hopefully everybody hangs around. It's probably going to be a late night, but it should be worth it. So far has been good, enjoyable games to watch. So we'll see everybody next round, and hope you can stay up for it.
Catch you in the next one.